They're behind me too. They're on all sides. I was gonna say, look at the, oh, they're scratching each other. That's so cute. There's a lot going on. Hi, I'm Katie, and I have way too many horses. But that's not gonna change, so let me introduce you to every single one of them and tell you their name, their age, their job, and all the things. Let's go to the foal pasture first. Funnily enough, the first horse is my only baby who doesn't have a registered name, but he has to still be included. So this is Woody, Woodrow, Wooderson. He was born in February, so he's only about 5 months old, and he is by VS Code Red out of my mare Indy, who you'll see later in this video. So I guess we can just start the comments off now. If you have any name ideas for him, all of our foals that are born here, we put RS as the prefix to their registered names. So if you want to combine, you know, his parents' names, if you just have an idea for Woody's registered name and you want to put it in the comments, help us out, because we're struggling to figure one out. So anyway, number 1 is Woody, who is 5 months old. Number 2 is Gunner, aka RS First Shots Fired. So this is our youngest of the 2026 foals. So he's about 3.5 months old. His sire is my young stallion, first things first, and his dam is Annie. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Okay, well, he wants me right here, so I don't know if you can even see me. But number 3 is Benedict, aka RS the All-Star. So his sire is also VS Code Red, and his dam is Waffle House. I don't own Waffle House. I actually purchased the embryo, so his recip mama is not his actual mother. Her name is Lexy. You'll meet her. And then Benedict is about 5 months old. So that's number 3. Number 4 is Cheyenne. Cheyenne is by Ariel Best of Sudden and out of Kennedy. Again, a lot of these mares you're gonna see later in this video. And so she is about 4 months old as well, and her registered name is RS First Class Lady. You've already had your turn. You've already had your turn. This is chaos. And number 5, which ends the foals for us, is Margot. So Margot is, again, about 4 months old. Her sire is machine made, and her dam is Kennedy. So she's a half sister to Miss Cheyenne over there. Her registered name is RS 3 times a lady, which I think is a really good ode to the 3 mares who made her life possible. Hello, yes, we'll get to you. So that's Margot. I was gonna say, look at the, oh, they're scratching each other. That's so cute. Okay, number 6 is Phoebe. Unfortunately, Phoebe does not have a registered name, and if she does, I don't know what it is. I bought her as a recip mare, so she came with an embryo in her. I don't know if she's registered. If she is, I have no knowledge. So she's just Phoebe to us, and we believe, let's see, if I got her in 2024, I believe she's 8 years old. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, so number 7 is Gracie. Gracie, her registered name is Me a Joker. Now, we have not located those papers. I do know that's her registered name, but we don't show old Gracie. She's just a little cow pony who right now is a nurse mare to Margot. In the past, she has been a recip mare. Sometimes she's a trail horse. She's got multiple jobs here at Running Springs, and she is 18 years old. I think she looks fantastic for her age. Easy keeper, gets fat on air, but that's Gracie, Me a Joker, 18 years old. Gorgeous girl. Well, next up is supposed to be Annie. Her son Gunner, who you've seen multiple times at this point, is insisting that it is still his time to shine. So we're gonna just politely ask that you leave so that we can talk about your mama. So this is Annie. Annie, aka Hot Pistol Annie. She is 11 years old. She was born and raised here at Running Springs. Her sire is Hot and Blazing, and her dam is a mare named Vested Wishes, who we bought an embryo from back in the day. Oh, he wants to eat. Okay. So sorry, sir. So that's Annie. This girl is Indy, a farm favorite, La India Elegant. I've always wondered if it's LA India Elegant or La India Elegant. We'll never know. I prefer La India Elegant personally. She was a racehorse. She was not a very fast racehorse, so she only won about $20,000. But she's also 18 years old, and she is a broodmare here at Running Springs. So we love her. The next one doesn't love me being like all up on her. She's gotten so much better since she's been here. We just got her this past season. So this is Lexy. Lexy girl. We don't know her registered name either. She came from a recip farm, and if she is registered, we don't know that information, but she is 6 years old, and we think she is a really, really amazing mama. So that's why we purchased her from the recip farm. So Lexy, maybe we should just come up with like a fake registered names for our recips that don't have names, you know? You need a fancy name too on a halter. So if you have ideas for Phoebe and Lexy, let me know.
Thanks for actually holding the gate for us this time, boys.
You're welcome. Fail. Wait, double check it. I just want video evidence that I did actually confirm that gate is locked. So all of y'all know, gate's confirmed shut if anything happens. It wasn't me.
We've moved indoors because some horses are on nighttime turnout, some horses are on daytime turnout. So we're kind of going back and forth between the barn and the pastures and all the things. So Mr. Walter here is next. Walter Wally, aka RS Black Ice. That name has been controversial. Some people like it, some people don't. So it's not set in stone until he either breeds or shows. So if you have something better, you're welcome to tell me. But Walter is our 2-year-old stud colt by Full Metal Jacket and out of La India Elegant, who you met earlier. So this is Walter. Next is also a 2-year-old named Molly, aka RS Gumdrop Machine. Her dam is Goody Goody Gumdrops, which is now a late great amazing producer and show horse who I purchased an embryo from, and then her sire is Machine Made. So this is Molly. Perfect. Next up is Daphne, another 2-year-old. So we're through the 2-year-olds now. Her name, it might be one of my favorites. Her name is RS Copycat. So her dam is Cattails Are Blazing, and her sire is Good, Better, Best. So Daphne, RS Copycat. Next is Beyonce. Beyonce is the mother of a couple of our horses here, and she is a resident broodmare. She's one of our retired show horses. Her name is KM Brandy Girl. Her sire is RL Best of Sudden, and her dam is Brandy's Silver Chic. She's pretty special around here. Mwah. Beyonce is 15. Who would have thunk? I've literally had her for 10 years at this point. Love ya. So next up is Kennedy, or Kenneth as we call her when she's not being very ladylike. Her registered name is VS the First Lady. Her sire is VS Code Red. Her dam is Cool Looking Lady. She's pretty special. I've only had her for a couple of years, but what drew me to her was the fact that she is a 4-time NSBA World Champion. She's a Congress Champion, a Reserve AQHA World Champion, and she is the mother of my young stallion who you will meet later. First things first, and she has already produced an NSBA World Champion, Congress Champion, all those things. So I would say if we had to say like who the blue hen mares are of the barn, she's up there. Okay, did I say she's 11? She's 11. Mwah. Speaking of blue hen mares, this is the mare who made me a Congress Champion breeder. This is Cattails Are Blazing, aka Trudy. So Trudy is a 10-year-old mare. I've owned her since she was 4. She herself is an NSBA World Champion. She had a pretty prevalent show career as a 2-year-old and then was injured. And so she had to be retired as broodmare sound. And since then she has produced some pretty phenomenal babies. She has 2 fillies and a colt on the ground. And then we are awaiting a foal of hers next year. So this is Trudy. She's very special. And she's also the very first broodmare that I ever purchased myself. So, mwah, she's special. Next is another barn fave. This is Ethel. I've owned Ethel for nearly a decade at this point as well. Right now we are riding her and showing her a little bit, and she's ponying horses, and in the past she has been used as both a broodmare and a recip mare. Her name is Flash Me a Good One. Unfortunately, she was robbed of a really cool show career with an injury, but She's sound enough to be a really fun play pony here at the farm now, and she's just literally one of our favorites. She's the best. So this is Ethel, Flash Me a Good One, 14 years old, resident favorite. Next up is Raven. Her registered name is PC Painted Black. She came to me as a recip mare, and so she has had one baby for us here on the farm. And this year she's a freeloader because she did not get pregnant, so she's just kind of hanging out until next year. So I'm trying to think, how old are you? We're gonna go with 8. We're gonna go with that she's 8. It could be 9, but we're gonna go with 8 for Raven. Next up is Kimberley, aka Kimberley Light. She's a recent acquisition, so she came to me this March. She is a recip mare, so she's gonna be foaling with us this coming season. And she was a racehorse for a bit. Did not win very much money. She's a very slow racehorse, but she is 12 years old, and I think she's a pretty girl. So this is one that y'all in these videos of my horses' registered names, all of my horses, whatever. Some of these are repeats, some of them are new. I think there's probably 9 or 10 new ones this year, and she is one of them. So this is Kimberley, 12, Kimberley Light, thoroughbred, recip mare. That's the stats. Next is Melody, aka Prospective Melody. Again, a very slow racehorse. She's actually Kimberly's half sibling. They have the same mom. And so she is here to be a recip mare, which means she is going to be foaling out this coming season. And she is 10 years old. So this is Melody. Okay, next is my best guy. Arguably best horse on the farm, favorite horse on the farm. He has lived here his whole life because he was born here. This is Bo, aka, now I've said Bodacious Legacy my entire life because that's what his name was supposed to be. But as far as APHA is concerned, and because my mother couldn't spell it at the time, it is Bodeous Legacy. So his name is Bodeous, B-O-D-E-O-U-S, Legacy, instead of Bodacious. But I like Bodacious. So this is Bo. He is 26 years young. And again, he's been here my whole life. He was a show horse, then he was just a trail horse, ranch horse, babysitter, and now he's just living the retired life, as he deserves. Next is Rikki. I think Rikki has one of everyone's favorite registered names. Gone Commando is her name. Her sire is Gone Viral. She is an exceptional Western Pleasure mare. She is a Congress champion and an SBA world champion. She was the Virginia mating champion in that futurity, multiple futurity champion. She was the, I believe, honor roll horse of the year as a 3-year-old. So she's just such an amazing show horse. And then now this was her first year having babies. So next year she will not be carrying her own. There's 2 recip mares carrying babies for her. One owned by Taft Dickerson, who I bought her from, one owned by me. So that's gonna be super exciting. We have a whole video dedicated to all of the mares and babies that are coming next year if you wanna check that out. But Rikki is 7, she's 7 years old, and we look forward to her babies to come, and we've been riding her. So right now, she's not a freeloader. She's both a broodmare and a riding horse, which is really fun. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Hi, big girl. So this is Lady, aka New Woman. She is a racehorse off the track. So she's a thoroughbred, and she's 5 years old. She is pregnant this year, so she's now a broodmare here at Running Springs, and she just came to us this past spring. So she's fairly new to the family, but she is gorgeous. So Lady, New Woman, 5, broodmare, and we love her. We love you. She's so pretty. She's also gigantic. Next up is Weezy. Weezy is Walter's full sister. So her mom is Indy and her dad is Full Metal Jacket. She is a 4-year-old mare, born and raised here at Running Springs, and her registered name is RS Full of Elegance. And she is that. She is full of elegance. She's gorgeous. Mwah. She is going to be a show horse. Right now she has an injury that we are recovering, but that's not going to stop her. She's going to be back. So you have to stay tuned for that. Next is Maggie. Maggie is one of our recip mares here. Her job is no longer to be a recip mare after her 2 colic surgeries this year, and she is the one who birthed Margot and then had to have Gracie step in to help out. But she is 9 years old. Her registered name is Brenda's Doll. She was a racehorse that was not very fast. I don't think she won any money. So she's just a sweet girl now. So next is Millie. Millie is by VS Code Red and out of the amazing mare, Marilyn Monroe. So I purchased the embryo of her. I don't own her mother. Her registered name is RS Marry a Millionaire. Get it? Because that's a Marilyn Monroe movie and her name's Millie. It's so good. So she's a yearling. Miss Kirby is also a yearling. Kirby is by Machine Made and out of VS The First Lady by Mare Kennedy. And she, oh, I guess that's it. Her registered name is RS Curb Appeal. Get it? Kirby. Next up, this is actually our newest addition to the family, and she will be one of the mares who is foaling out next year. So this is Monica. Monica, her registered name is kind of unfortunate. It is Pleasure Queen. I didn't name her. And she is a 9-year-old thoroughbred mare, which brings us to our next one. It's like they just kind of rotated. It's like she was like, okay, your turn. This is Ariel. Ariel, her registered name is Outmaneuvered. She is a 10-year-old, both quarter horse and paint horse mare. She's double registered. And she is also going to be foaling out next year. She is one of our recip mares and she's carrying a baby for Trudy. So these two girls are becoming best friends right now because Ariel got a little bit of a too attached to Blondie, who you'll meet in a minute. So we had to make new friends for her. Let's go to the new barn. Wait, actually, come back. One more pasture I forgot about. Sophie, her name is I'm a Riding Solo. She is a 16-year-old brood mare. So she will be foaling this coming year. Excuse me, ma'am, where are you going? All right, well, she just doesn't want to be on camera, I guess. Erlene here is, how old are you? You're 9? I think you're 9. Erlene is a 9-year-old broodmare. She will also be foaling next year. Her name is Red Carpet Debut. She's by Allocate Your Assets and out of the great Red Carpet Rita. She herself, she didn't win anywhere, but she was like 3rd everywhere. You know, she's really good, but just real consistent. So she's like 3rd at the NSBA World, 3rd at the Congress, 3rd at the World Show, you know, like all those things. So she's fantastic, and now she is a part of my broodmare program. So that's them. Erlene, 9. Sophie, 16. Now we go to the barn. Oh, did I tell you the reason? Okay, the reason they're out here on the dry lot. Both of them have previous injuries that made them into broodmares. That's why they're carrying babies instead of still showing. And when it is super muddy out, which has been raining like crazy here, they come in the dry lot instead of in their pasture so that they don't continue to hurt themselves. Next, scene change, we're in the new barn. This is Blondie, aka Big Yellow Machine. She's a 14-year-old APHA, AQHA mare. She is not having a baby this coming year, but that was the intent when I purchased her, for her to be a broodmare. So we are really hopeful that we can have a baby from her in 2028. She does have some foals out there doing well in the show pen, so we're hoping to have that happen for us. Next is Ginger. Ginger was bred and raised here at Running Springs. Her sire is VS Code Red. Her dam is KM Brandy Girl, who you already met in this video. And she will be having her 3rd baby this coming year. She is 5 years old, so she'll be 6. She unfortunately was injured at 7 months old, so she never was able to go show or do anything other than live the broodmare life. But she is exceptional enough that we thought it was a perfect career for her instead of showing. So we are super excited for her to be a part of our foaling season next year. So this is Ginger, 5 years old. I would like to know in the comments who was following back when Ginger was born and she was the first foal crop that I ever shared on TikTok. Let me know if that was you. By the way, I forgot to tell you, this is RS Code Ginger. Good girl, Charlotte. This is Charlotte. Charlotte is a recip mare here at Running Springs. She was purchased from a kill pen a couple of years ago. Totally different horse at this point. And tragically, she lost her foal this year. So she gave birth to a sleeping baby girl over term. So I do think she'll be a fantastic mother. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So she will hopefully be having a baby in 2028. She did not get rebred this year. So Charlotte's registered name is Moro Charlotte. And I believe she's 8 years old now. I got her when she was 6. So that's Charlotte. She was a little bit too wonky in the front leg to be a racehorse. So broodmare life it was. Next is Happy. Happy's registered name is She's Got Me Flatlining. So her sire is VS Flatline, the brother to my stallion VS Code Red, and her mother is She Madam Zip. Now, I got Happy a couple years ago and she was already bred, and we had a foal with her, and then she gave birth She's been like both used as a broodmare and a recip mare. So she's had babies that were hers, and then she's also carried babies for other mares. This year, unfortunately, she did lose her foal. She had a first things first foal this year, and it was a bit tragic, but she deserves a year off of just pampering and loving, and then we look forward to her being a part of the broodmare band in the future. But for right now, she's just kind of hanging out. So Happy is 10 years old and has the resident face card here at Running Springs. She's known for being the pretty girl. Not a bad thing to be known for, you know? Anyway, that's Happy. Next up, talk about gorgeous. This is Buttercup. Buttercup, aka Southern Sweetie Pie. Buttercup is 10 years old. She did have an early show career, but then COVID happened and there wasn't really any horse shows going on. And so they chose to breed her in that time. And so she started having babies. She's had some very, very successful babies. And now we're really excited to have 2 of her foals coming in 2027. So Southern Sweetie Pie, 10 years old, Buttercup, broodmare. Next is Opal. I kind of forget Opal has a registered name. I just call her Opal, but she was a racehorse and she won over $100,000 as a racehorse. She's our most successful racehorse. And so she is, I believe, 8 this year. Her name is Jersey Hottie with the Jockey Club. This will be her first foal. She's a recip mare, so she's carrying a baby for Kennedy, and she is our first one due in 2027. So we're really excited. This will be her first baby. She'll be a maiden. She'll be kicking off our 2027 foaling season. Maybe. Someone might beat her. Who knows? But we've had her for a couple years, and she's such a sweet girl. So we love Opal. Next up is Waylon. Waylon is my 4-year-old gelding. His name is RS Way Too Cool, which I think is a cool name. His mom was I'm Cool Looking, which is a mare who we lost a couple of years ago. And so he was her last baby with us, and his sire is No Doubt I'm Lazy. Unfortunately, sometimes in the growth period of horses, they, just have problems arise. And he has a conformational flaw that does debilitate him to where he will not be a riding horse. He will not be able to be sound enough to do anything other than hang out in the pasture. And so I really didn't trust anybody else to do the medical things necessary to keep him comfortable and give him a life out in the pasture. And so he's just hanging out with us kind of forever. So he hangs out with Walter. He'll be a good little buddy for my upcoming colts. And yeah, that's all he has to do is look pretty and hang out. And so this is Waylon, RS Way Too Cool, 4 years old, resident babysitter and freeloader. This is Dallas, aka RS Wanted in Dallas. He is one of our yearling colts. He's a stud colt still. His sire is VS Code Red, and his dam is the late great Goody Goody Gumdrops. So we are very excited for him. Our hope is that he stays a stud prospect and can go on and show and potentially breed one day, but we'll just have to see. So for right now, he's pretty special. He's about 17 months old right now. Next up is Knox, aka RS John E. Knoxville. I like that name. Some people don't. I like it. He's one of our yearling colts, about to be gelding. Just saying, don't tell him that. He doesn't know what that means yet. About to be gelding though, and he is by VS Code Red and out of K and Brandy Girl. So he's a full sister. You're not a full sister, you're a full brother. Full brother to Ginger, and then his mom is Beyonce. So we love him. We're very excited to see him grow up. For our last 3 horses, they are all off campus. So they're not here, but we can use photos. We can pretend they're here. So the next one is Penelope, aka RS Crazy Cat Lady with K's. It's an ode to her mother, who is Cattails Are Blazing. Her sire is Allocate Your Assets. I almost forgot for a second. And she is in training right now. So we really are excited to be watching her show here very, very soon and, kind of follow along with her career. And then hopefully next year I get to show her. So Penelope is one of our horses in training. She was born here in 2023. So if you were here for her foaling season, let me know in the comments. And then next is my stallion First Things First, aka Denver. So Denver is a 5-year-old AQHA stallion. He's a red roan. He is a Congress champion multiple times, an NSBA world champion, reserve NSBA world champion, and we're hoping to add to those accolades this year. He is on his 2nd year of being a breeding stud, and we are so excited about his babies. His mother is my mare VS the First Lady, and his sire is RL Best of Sudden, making him a full sibling to this year's baby, Cheyenne. So we're very excited about Denver and all of the things to come in his life. So you got to stay tuned for those updates. But the last one is pretty special. So last but not least, VS Code Red. VS Code Red is my 19-year-old AQHA stallion. He is a $2 million stallion. He is a 5-time Congress champion, an NSBA world champion, a bronze AQHA world champion, just absolutely an incredible stallion. His foals have won the world, won the Congress, won the NSBA world. They've won the paint world. They do well in the Appaloosas. They're basically covering all of the all-around classes as far as where they excel. He is truly a legend. So Waylon is his barn name. I call him Waylon, but most everyone knows him as VS Code Red, and he is about to be 20, which is crazy. So that is our last horse. I don't know how many that was. I've sat here this entire time and I didn't count, and so I'm gonna guess, and then I'm gonna get told how many. I'm gonna say 38. We're at 43. 43. We have 12 foals coming next year, so looks like I should probably start doing what breeders do and sell some horses. Let me know, out of all 43 of those horses, which were your favorites, which registered name was your favorite. Could be 2 different answers, you know, and stay tuned because I don't think this is gonna be the last update we ever do, because I tend to just change year by year. So if you want to see past year videos of my horses' registered names and see how everything has grown, you can do that. Maybe we'll link some in the description. We also have that video where we explained all the mares and foals and who their sires are and all that from a couple weeks ago that I very much suggest you watch. So hope you enjoyed and stay tuned for more.